It is a novel target for immune therapy. Currently, my lab is in Geetham is dedicated to metastasis and drug resistance in triple-negative breast cancer. Previously, we explored the metastasis CD151 role in metastasis and drug resistance in triple-negative breast cancer. We also explored the CD151 specific exosomes in driving pre-metastatic niche formation in TNBC. And also we identified small molecules for targeting CD151 TNBC now. Currently, my lab is working on therapeutic potentials of self-assembled a peptide molecular hydrogels for targeting TNBC as well as for drug delivery, and also studying CD151 exosome-induced TREGs for evaluating anti-tumor activity of clinically important small molecules, and also the cytostatic bendamidazole anthelmic repurposing drugs for targeting self-renewal pathways in TNBC. So triple-negative breast cancer is a clinically challenging subtype due to high proliferative rate and recurrence. Mostly the 5 years, the survival is very, very poor with increased relapse due to the absence of the specific receptors like estrogen receptor, progesterone receptor, and also amplified HER2 receptor. It is a highly aggressive subtype. There is no targeted therapy. So targeted therapy for triple-negative breast cancer is very essential. Currently, there are many chemotherapeutic approaches, but they have some side effects and off-target effects also. So I think there are all of us very well known that the metastases have various steps and various determinants. One among these epithelial to mesenchymal transition, which is very critical step in the metastatic phenotype change. Apart from that, the drug resistance in the triple-negative breast cancer is another challenge. This is mainly due to the presence of the cancer stem cells, which drives the tumor recurrence. And most importantly, the developmental pathways like Wnt, Hippo, Notch, and EDGA pathways, they are the major drivers of the stemness in the breast cancer stem cells. And also hypoxia, it is another factor that induces the drug resistance by various mechanisms which are interfering with the cytotoxic drugs which hinder the success. And also the avoidance of the apoptosis is also another mechanism responsible for the drug resistance in the triple-negative breast cancer. But apart from that, the tumor microenvironment, it's a specialized microenvironment enriched with various kinds of the cells responsible for the heterogeneity in the triple-negative breast cancer, as well as the drug resistance. The tumor microenvironment is regulated by various genetic factors like genetic modifiers developmental pathways, growth factors, cytokines, exosomes, epigenetic regulators, as well as microRNA in triple-negative breast cancers. So here, in the tumor microenvironment, there is a reciprocal communication between cancer cells and the stromal cells with immune cells, which makes the cancer cells more resistant to the current chemotherapeutic drugs. And also, the tumor microenvironment supports the proliferation of the tumor cells, escape of the tumor cells from the immune system, and evading the apoptosis, and also inducing the neovascularization. This is very important for the tumor growth. So apart from that, the tumor microenvironment is enriched with various kinds of immune cells, which changes the cold tumor into the hot tumor. The tumor which is with more infiltration of the more T cells, especially the T suppressor, T regulatory cells, which makes the tumors are more prone for the immune checkpoint inhibitors. So therefore, hot tumors are respond to the immune checkpoint inhibitors. So they are the major the targets of the triple negative breast cancer as a targeted therapeutics, especially the TREX, T regulatory cells. So here there is a crosstalk between the stem cells and as cancer stem cells and the immune cells. The cancer stem cells that mostly that produce soluble factors which attract the macrophages, which drives the polarization of the macrophages and also recruits the TREX in the tumor microenvironment, further facilitates the generation of the TREX from the naive cells, that is an expansion of the existing TREX into the more the population or the generation of the TREX from the naive CD4 T cells. Apart from that, the stroma or the extracellular matrix that also induces the that inhibits the proliferation of the cytotoxic T cells by interfering with the T cell receptor signaling pathway, and vascular endothelial growth factor that is produced by the cancer stem cells that also supports the angiogenesis, which is critical for the tumor growth and metastasis, which in fact enhances the expression of PD-1 by the CD8-4 cells. And cancer stem cells also avoid the recognition of the CD8 cells as well as the natural killer cells by reducing the surface expression of the HLA complex, the HLA class 1 molecule, and therefore that also reducing the producing the tumor tumor suppressive the phenotype. Further, the interaction of the cancer stem cells with the effector T cells through PDL1 and PD1 that decreases the effector T cell proliferation and as well as the production of the INFL alpha. This leads to the apoptosis. So therefore, in this way, the cancer stem cells are the major the tumor immune microenvironment cells which changes the phenotype of the immune cells, so thereby inducing the immunosuppressive phenotype. So here the cancer stem cells, apart from that also remodels the tumor microenvironment. Various developmental pathways like NOT signaling, which is abnormally expressed in triple negative breast cancer. It also drives the well known that it drives the solid tumors. It is also associated with etiology and the maintenance of the stem cell phenotype and the aggressive nature of the triple negative breast cancer. Apart from that, the Wnt signaling pathway supports the breast cancer progression as well as the activation of the stemness genes and thereby inducing the expression of the various genes associated with these cells. And apart from that, Herzog signaling pathway that also promotes the neovascularization, thereby promoting the metastasis, stem cell program, and also epithelial to mesenchymal transition. So these are some of the cancer stem cell pathways that are involved in the reprogramming of the that is tumor microenvironment. And apart from that, the immune cells like the stromal cells like the cancer-associated fibroblasts, which promotes the tumor growth as well as the invasion of the tumor cells by enhancing the extracellular matrix remodeling in the tumor microenvironment. And also tumor-associated endothelial cells, they promote the invasion and metastasis as well as the drug resistance by promoting the vasculature, which is also very important for the tumor metastasis. Tumor-associated macrophages, which activates the target genes associated with the anti-tumor immune response and also the anti-inflammatory activity in response to cytokines. And also MDSCs induces the myeloid-derived stem cells, the myeloid cells induces the infiltration as well as the secretion of the IL-6, which in turn triggers the metastasis. tumor-associated N cells promotes the tumor growth and invasion as well as the metastasis by promoting the proteolysis of the extracellular matrix. Dendritic cells recognizes the critical mediators of the tumor microenvironment and promotes the anti-tumor immunity. Lastly, the Tregs are the tumor regulatory, the T regulatory cells, which are the major cells which modulate the entire tumor microenvironment induced by the stem cells or the crosstalk with the stem cells that diminish the T cell immunity to tumor-associated antigens by expressing high levels of immune checkpoint the molecules. And also the cancer cells can use various mechanisms to suppress the immune anti-tumor immunity by increasing the expression of immune checkpoint proteins, releasing the inhibitory cytokines, facilitating the immune suppressive effects of the tumor infiltrating drugs, and as well as the immune suppressive molecules. So tumor immune suppression activates the cancer cells also by means of the epithelial immune cell-like transition. It is recently identified that the immune cells also transformed into the immune cell-like cells. So thereby they're creating a complex immunosuppressive network in the tumor microenvironment. Thereby it facilitates the evasion of immune surveillance and cooperate with the immune mechanisms to support the tumor growth. So here these are the two important the stages in the tumor microenvironment. So normally the tumor cells normally eliminated, but if the tumor cells are having the heterogeneity, but they may escape from the immune system because of less immunogenic as well as the escaping the immune surveillance. So majorly the Tregs have the heterogeneity. The Tregs are the specialized subpopulation of the T cells that act to suppress the immune response, thereby maintaining the homeostasis as well as the self-tolerance. There are different types of the Tregs. Natural Tregs are the expressing the CD4 positive, CD25 positive, and FOXP3. FOXP3 is a transcription factor. It is mainly enriched in the natural Tregs, which mature after the thymic undergo selection as well as exert immune function in the periphery. And also the another kind of the Tregs, there are adaptive Tregs. They are the also called as, there are different types. They are the inducible Tregs in the periphery of the cell. They are stimulated by the antigen and are converted to different types of subtypes of the Tregs by different types of the inhibitory cytokines, and also secreting different cytokines to play important role in the immune suppression. They are the CD4 positive, CD25 negative, FOXP3. The cells, they are also called as type 1 regulatory cells, which secretes the large amount of the suppressing cytokines like IL-10 and TGF-beta. And also the IL-10 directly inhibit the T cells, especially the T helper cells, by blocking the the production of IL-2, INF gamma, and GM-CSF, and they have a tolerogenic effect on the B cells to support the differentiation of other T regulatory cells. Apart from that, the CD4 positive, CD25 positive, FOXP3 cells, H3 cells, they are the members of these regulatory cells, Tregs, that also suppress the response to self-antigens as well as attenuating the response to by mediating the T helper cell 1 and 2 type 2 T helper cells. The FOXP3 cells are majorly, they are in the immune suppression. They are expressing different kinds of molecules like CD25, LAG3 and CTLA4 and GRP1. Here the FOXP3 gene provides the instructions for producing its protein. It binds to specific region in the DNA and helps to control the activity of the genes that are involved in the immune suppression activity. FOXP3 Tregs are mainly differentiated by high expression of CD25, CTLA4, LAG3 and GARP to mediate the suppression. And in fact, CD25 senses the signals via IL-2 for cellular activation of the Tregs. Whereas CTLA4, it inhibits the function of T cells by inhibiting the activation markers via interfering with the IL-2 production, as well as the blocking the entry of the cells into cell cycle. Whereas the LAG3 that interact with the type 2 or class 2 MHC molecules expressed on the antigen presenting cells that contributing to the immune suppressive activity of the drugs. Lastly, the glycoprotein A repetition predominant control, or also called as GARP, which also controls the immune suppressive function of the drugs by activating the TGF beta, the signaling. So here it describes the complex interplay of the FOXP3 cells in tumor microenvironment. Here the TREX are TREX modulate the cancer-associated fibroblasts differentiation and also remodeling of the extracellular matrix that leads to the tumor progression. And also the TREX express the, as I mentioned, the checkpoints like PD-1, CTLA4, which leads to the immune evasion, and also the also regulates the TAMs and by secreting the cytokines and chemokines, which leads to the immunosuppressive activity of CTLAs. By different mechanisms, the TREX plays very important role in the immunosuppressive activity. So this is another important the thing that how the TREX will mediates various kinds of the phenomena, like it respond to the tumor microenvironment elements by transcriptional, translational, and epigenetic programming, exhibits immunosuppressive function by inducing the granzyme or perforin mediated cytosis in the B cells or natural killer cells or CD8 positive cells, and also inhibits the activity of effector CD4 positive and CD8 positive T cells, NK cells, and antigen presenting cells. It exerts the immune suppressive phenotype mechanism by secreting the IL-10, TGF beta, IL-35, and prostaglandins like E2. It turns off the innate and adaptive immunity by elevating CTLA4, PDL1, and LAG3 expression. It mediates the suppression activity by a different mechanism by interacting through interleukin 1 or receptor PD1 and CCR8, which are upregulated with upregulation of the immune checkpoints. So this is the different mechanisms, the regulatory mechanisms or signaling mechanism knots, and the toll-like receptors, and Hedgehog signaling, and NF-kappa B pathway, Wnt pathway, Hippo pathway. They are also either they're promoting the expansion of their TREX, or they helps in the transformation of these naive T cells into their TREX, or they are they induce the expression of the various the specific marker proteins on the TREX. So therefore that leads to the immune suppression phenotype. And also in the breast cancer, the cells which secretes various kinds of chemokines or cytokines, which interacts through various receptors on the FOXP3 cells, which also exerts different effects on the various kinds of effectors and cytotoxic T cells through TGF beta, IL-10, IL-35, or prostaglandin E2. So here the different strategies we can use to target the TREX cells. For example, currently they are in the clinical or preclinical trial, like I say, for example, non-specific anti-cancer drugs like cyclophosphamide, tyrosine kinase inhibitors like sunitinib or sorafenib or imatinib, and also the depleting the T-cell depleting agents. There are different kinds of the examples you can use for depleting the T cells, and also transforming the another strategy is transforming the TREX cells into the effector T cells. So thereby the effector T cells kills the tumor cells. These are the different the strategies which are currently under the trials for targeting the regulatory T cells. The glucose, glutamate, tryptophan, or arginine are due to the intrinsic characteristics or therapeutic manipulations. A fully functional anti-tumor immune response will be mediated to eliminate the tumor cells. These are the two different strategies. We may reduce the metabolic depletion in the cancer cells, or to improve the maximum utilization of the metabolic reprogramming the T helper cells. Both ways we can eliminate the tumors. So recently, we used in our lab, we used the module, a comprehensive analysis, a gene module of the tumor immune estimation resource, which predicted there is a prediction the CD151 expression in various kinds of the tumor microenvironment. Our lab is mostly focusing on CD151. We also predicted the expression of the not only the CD151 expression not only confined to the tumor cells, it is also found in the immune cells. But the CD151 role in different cells, it depends upon the microenvironment. It may promote normally it promotes the cancer, but in case of in some tumor cells, it is also expressing and promoting their proliferation. So we thought that the TREGs are the major immunosuppressive cells in the triple negative breast cancer. Because CD151 expression, high expression of CD151 positively regulates the expansion or the proliferation of the TREG cells. So with this, we also use the same timer database which predicts the survival, high expression of CD151 in the tumor microenvironment with increased the survival. So here the survival curves, this shows that in the different cells, if the CD151 expression is high, the survival of the tumor patients is also reduced with this high expression of CD151. We also found that CD151 expression in the tumor microenvironment infiltrated the TREGs. And also there is a correlation. We predicted that there is a correlation between the CD151 expression and one of the major transcription factor of the TREGs, that is the OXP3, and also the immune checkpoint molecule CTLA4. So therefore, we thought that the CD151 either directly interacting with these molecules or indirectly they may be influencing the expression of these molecules in the TREGs. So we use here also, we predicted that the CD151 expression is associated, have a correlation with one of the Hippo pathway molecules like a TAZ and YAP1. So that indicates that the CD151 may be indirectly through signaling pathways, it may be regulating the TREGs molecules. So this data shows that we used the patch-doc analysis to predict the interaction between the CD151 and the Hippo pathway molecules, various components of the Hippo pathway molecules. There is a significant score. We found that it's showing that it is having good relation or correlation. So here also we found that before going to target the CD151 in the TREGs, we found that we gone through the literature survey. We found that there are different the strategies. TREGs have a role in the breast cancer metastasis. And also the different strategies we can use is for targeting the TREGs in the cancer therapy. The one is the blocking of EPSB, B4 and Ephrin B2 signaling using monoclonal antibody. So because the targeting these molecules with the combination of radiation therapy and anti-PD-L1 inhibitor, it suppresses the tumor growth by reducing the tumor-associated macrophages via promoting the polarization of anti-tumoral M1 macrophage, reducing the activation of the TREGs. So another strategy inhibiting the TBK1 using the MLX NOx and which enhances the TREX response via diminishing the signaling mediated molecules, and also the targeting the TREX with the 6-Shogal, which enhanced the cyclic AMP levels in the CD4 cells by inhibiting the phosphodiesterase activity and activity of the NF-kappa signaling pathway and the pro-inflammatory cytokine production, and also increased the levels of cyclic AMP, inhibited the function of effector T cells by especially the polarization of CD4 positive naive cells. And also the combination of the checkpoint inhibitors with the metronomic therapy synergistically enhanced the anti-tumor immune response by eliminating the therapy-resistant cancer cells via improving the cytotoxic T cells and reducing the TREX in the tumor microenvironment. Another strategy they used that the checkpoint inhibitors and other chemotherapeutics, which also diminished the circulating the TREX and increasing the NK cells in preclinical breast cancer models. And the metronomic therapy reduced the TREX by increasing the elevated expression of HLA-DR and in the CD4 positive cells in the peripheral blood, and reactivated the helper 1 polarized T cells via targeting the TGFR2 dependent TGF beta signaling, and also inhibits the mTOR dependent expansion of the TREX. So therefore the TREX targeting the TREX by selective targeting the expression of various selective molecules like a CD151, which may be useful further diminishing the immune therapy mediated triple negative breast cancer. Previously the curcumin or curcumin derivatives or the resveratrol or its derivatives are also used to suppress the TREX activity. So for example, the curcumin that suppresses the TREX activity by preventing the T cell interaction via silencing the expression of CTLA4. That's very important molecule which is involved, and also combination of the curcumin and gangliosides, they also reduced the PD1 expression or the activation of TREX by targeting the MMP9 and through toll-like receptors dependent NF-kappa B signaling. And the resveratrol itself is diminished the POXP3, the expression of the POXP3 expression in the TREX cells and promoted the immune response of the CD8 positive cells, and inhibited the lung metastasis of the breast cancer cells by reducing the infiltration of the TREX into the pre-metastatic niche. And resveratrol analog and the radiation therapy combination itself is inhibit the anti-tumor ability by diminishing the damage to the T lymphocytes, the TREX infiltration into the tumor microenvironment. So historically, the triple negative breast cancer is treated with the chemotherapeutic agents with the availability of the antibody conjugated the delivery system, either in the early clinical trials or the phase 3 clinical trials for specific triple negative breast cancer subtypes. But heterogeneity due to the different kinds of the cells in the tumor microenvironment, especially immune landscape, which to support the tumor migration, the metastasis by the immune evasion, which is the major challenge for the treatment of the triple negative breast cancer by using the existing chemotherapeutics. So therefore, this leads to the discovery of novel immune therapeutics. These including the blocking of immune checkpoints with small molecules or neutralizing antibodies, and other strategies like the stimulation of the cytotoxic T cells or adaptive T cell transfer based therapy, and modulation of the tumor microenvironment to enhance the activity of CTLAs. So in this direction, immune therapeutics along with the first line chemotherapeutics as well as the immune modulatory strategies, they are the promising, they may show the promising benefits with the low risk of the relapse in advanced TNBC patients. So future studies targeting the TREX-mediated tumor microenvironment or the immune suppression, or targeting the functional pathways of the TREX, or modulating the TREX using small molecule inhibitors of the natural compounds, and they may also have the promising results benefits for the TNBC patient. In addition, a comprehensive understanding of the tumor infiltrating drugs into the tumor microenvironment. So, which is very important for exploring them as a diagnostic as well as the prognostic markers for the triple negative breast cancer. So, thank you. This is my collaborators and my students in this lab. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Now, I'm requesting everyone, if you can have any questions, I'm happy to answer to you all. Hello. Hello.